In this video, I am completing my own note-taking system, and this is my 3D printed notebook, which is the last piece of my own kit, designed around everything Grovemade got wrong. In the last video, I built the ultimate notepad. Link is in the description if you missed it. And now, let's complete the system. The whole project started here, with Grovemade's note-taking kit. $330 of the most beautiful desk setup I've ever seen. The design is stunning, no one is arguing that. But the moment you actually use it, the problems show up. It looks premium on your desk, because it's stuck to your desk. The second you need to grab your notes and move, it falls apart completely. It's a display piece pretending to be a productivity tool. So the answer was obvious. I need a notebook. Portable, refillable, premium enough to sit next to a serious desk setup, and fully 3D printable so any maker can build their own. Sounds simple. Trust me, it was not. My architect mind kicked in, and the first thing I did was set some ground rules. The binding system has to be 3D printable, scalable to any ring size, easy to refill, and if something ever breaks, you replace just that part, not the whole notebook. That's the biggest flaw in every binder I've ever owned, and I wasn't going to repeat that mistake. And last but not least, personality. This is where hundreds of DIY notebook videos pulled me in deep. What better way to make it truly yours than choosing your own book cloth, your own end paper, your own materials from the ground up? With that locked in, I started designing. The most important element in any notebook is the binding mechanism, and my first attempt was a ring with a tiny hinge and small magnets to lock it shut. Looked incredible in CAD. I felt genuinely smart.
You're so smart. You're so effing smart.
The magnets, which had already failed me in a previous build by the way, failed me again. Strong enough for miniature jewelry boxes, not strong enough to hold a stack of paper when your notebook is bouncing around in a bag. My second attempt was rings built directly into the base with a small gap to load paper through. Printed it, tested it. Pages kept getting stuck at the gaps every single time you flip. And the bigger issue? If that built-in ring ever cracks, you're throwing away the entire notebook. That's exactly the problem I was trying to solve. So, scratch that too. At this point, the basic metal binder ring was starting to look like the answer, but I refused. I was stuck for weeks, and then I flipped the thinking completely. Instead of designing the ring and figuring out how to lock it, what if the base itself is the locking mechanism? Here's something about 3D printed parts that I was completely ignoring. If you print them with the right layer orientation, they have natural flex, and that flex can replace the hinge entirely. So I designed a ring that opens and closes using its own flexibility, added small feet at ring ends, and built a locking channel into the base, which added some thickness to the base, but it's okay. I printed a small test. The feet click in, the ring locks, and I couldn't be happier. That was the moment everything clicked. With the hard part solved, finishing the design was straightforward. The base has the locking channels and 2 holes for the elastic band closure. The top cover has rectangular cutouts, so when the notebook is closed, the rings pass through and are fully protected. So even if you throw this in a bag, the rings aren't taking any stress. Also, I added 2 screw holes for the elastic band stoppers finished with brass screws, which ties the whole aesthetic together cleanly. And I want to throw this out to the makers watching. What would you change about this binding system? What would you do differently? What shall I build next? Drop it in the comments. I'm really curious what you'd come up with. Now before we jump into the final build, the STL files, book cloth and end paper templates, and the full material list are all in the description below. Grab the files, it directly supports the channel and keeps these builds coming. And if you're watching without subscribing, now is the time. It helps more than you think. Now, it's time for the final build. Step 1. Print the parts in black PLA, and yes, I'm splitting the panels because my printer has a small build plate. Step 2. Print the book cloth and end paper templates on A4 or letter size. Both versions are in the files. Step 3. Glue the book cloth templates together to form one big sheet. Step 4. Cut the book cloth to size and trace the outlines. I'm using carbon paper, but filling the back of the template with pencil works just as well. Step 5. Glue your base, top cover, and spine panels. White glue is the best for this project. Spread it evenly with a brush and let it dry. Use the optional spacer to get the alignment right. Step 6. Trim the edges and cut the solid lines only. Dotted lines are reference, don't cut those. Step 7. Apply glue to the edges, fold tight. At the corners, cut and fold like this for clean rounded edges. Step 8. As for the elastic band closure, cut it to wrap with some tension. Cut the ends at 45 degrees so they slide through easier. Score the cloth with a utility knife, insert each end and glue them down. Step 9. Trace the end paper. I went black for that premium look. Glue it down, add a protective cover, stack some books on top, and let it cure. Step 10. Glue the ring frame into the top cover from both sides for a cleaner finish. And optional step. Add the brass screws to the top cover to match your notepad and will work as a band stopper. Last step. Get the rings, load your notes, sketches, and fresh paper. And just like that, you have your own personal 3D printed notebook. The note-taking system is complete. Look, I could have just bought a binder. 2 minutes on Amazon, problem solved. But that's not how true makers think. You make, you fail, you go back, figure out what went wrong, and you make it better. Every dead end taught me something, and every lesson ended up in this notebook you're looking at right now. That's what I want to give you, not just the STL files, but the whole journey, the failures, the breakthroughs, the thinking process behind every decision. So when you build yours, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from where I finished. That's the maker mindset, and honestly, that's what this channel is all about. Links are below. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next build.